Hello farmers and welcome back to Western Australia. It is a wet morning, but work needs to be done. We are now in the month of March. In February, I fertilized the grass field and that was pretty much it. And now I'm just trying to clear out the equipment that we had in the oat field because that will be planted with barley today. Our sorghum harvest is also going to happen today, but we got to wait for the rain to end first, which will be pretty much around midday. So I'm just kind of getting some things moved around and get set up for the harvest. The straw bales need to be picked up and those need to be sold. We're not going to hang on to those at all. No need to. And I'm not going to store them and wait until June to get the best price from what's going to sell them now, because as you may also notice, I am like at negative 4,000 in the bank account. So the header needs to go on down to the sorghum field. All right, we'll skip out here and get this on down. We'll get the Case Magnum picking up these straw bales. Like I said, we'll sell those. And then I guess mull around for the rest of the morning because I don't want to plant or harvest while it is raining. Probably don't want to be doing that. So I'll fast forward the day. But as I said, in February, I just took care of fertilizing the grass field. I did compact the compost that was in the silo bunker. Not going to cover that yet. Might as well wait until I need it, which I really probably won't need it until late winter, early spring next season. I kind of hope the orchards will not be running in the fall and winter anyways. We can see also on the left-hand side, the farmers are harvesting their fields. This is our harvested field. Actually, I'm going to turn into our field here just to avoid traffic a little bit. Did I check what needs to be planted here? I think I did, but I kind of forgot. Oats, then canola. All right, so we had oats. Whoops, oats, then where's the canola? Canola's there. Ooh, barley, 115. Do I want 2 fields of barley? I mean, I suppose I could, but barley is looking pretty good. Corn, we don't have a corn header. Soybean, I don't mind soybean. But with precision farming and not fertilizing, that could hurt our score a little bit. So it's going to be barley or soybean, I guess. Or wheat. I guess I could plant wheat in this one. Wheat and barley would not be bad. And I think wheat and barley could both be planted today, right? Or this month and in April. All right, so wheat or barley. I think I went through everything else. Yeah, so wheat or barley in this field as well. So this field will be planted here in the fall. Yes, technically we're in fall, so yeah, the orchards are not running at all, so they're not using any more compost, so those should be all set. Yeah, so next month in April, we will have a huge amount of harvest to do. We'll have 2 soybean fields, and of course we'll have the sugarcane harvest going on. And the soybean field that's down here, I guess I am going to turn that into a grass field, so we can go ahead and make just pure silage out of that one. Let's see here. Where do I want to park this header? I guess just for now, I will have to go in the other farmer's field. I think he'll be okay with it. I mean, I could lift the header on the other side and wiggle the combine through with a header on it. But we'll just put the header right here. Alright, we'll leave the beacons on so that way traffic can watch out for us. Everything else is pretty much where I left it. But here is the Case Magnum. Let's go pick up these straw bales and go sell those. First, gotta find my way out of the messy farmyard that I'm getting. But I feel like, why put it away when I'm going to be grabbing again in just a few minutes? I do hope to use some of that seed. And the other packages now are lime because I had lime in the spreader. No, and I did not feed. I fed Twister in February. I'm trying to make it a habit that, you know, we make sure we feed Twister. Oh, because I zipped right on through. No, wait. No, it was this morning because I was thinking I was going right to the month of April. That's right. I thought I was actually going to do the episode in April, but I did not know the sorghum field was going to be ready for harvest this month. All right, put this on down. I don't remember how many bales are in this field, but they should all fit on this trailer. This should fit 24, and I don't think I made 24 bales. But I am hoping for about $20,000 worth of straw bales today. I am looking at paying off one of the loans here in the upcoming winter. And that will save me a good amount of money per month on the loan, because I took a short loan on it, which means high monthly payments. So I like to pay that one off first. Oh yeah, with the month of March as well. I did check on field number 3, and that price is still 55% over the base price. So, yep, still going to pass on that. But all the farmers are harvesting their fields, which is, I guess, a good thing. Maybe the prices on those fields will start to decrease, and it'll become affordable for us to get another field, possibly. We want to expand as quickly as we can at this point, because, yep, now we're in the month of October in real life, and, yeah, we're just getting that much closer to FS22 coming on out, and it's getting here quick. As I mentioned many times in previous episodes, you know, FS22 is going to get here sooner than what you think it's going to get here, and before I know it, I may not get as far in this series as I thought I was going to. So we got to definitely bring in the cash and try to expand as quickly as possible. Which, you know, in some ways you try to anyways, but you also don't want to rush a series either. So what do we got? We're like half a trailer. Yeah, we'll get the rest of the bales on here, and then down onto the store. Sell them to the, I do believe, the animal, is it the animal dealership or husbandry area that we're selling them to? Whatever it is that we sell them to. They will get all this, and in return, we just want hard cold cash, because, yeah, I may need it to fill up the seed drill with seed and or fertilizer. Taking the long way around. Well, it seems like the long way around. I was at my edge of the field, so looping around instead of taking the main road. Hope to widen this road out as we buy more fields. Our soybean field to the left that we just purchased a few months ago, that harvest will be coming, I think, next month. It all depends on the month that they planted it on, the first or the second month. If it's the first month, then it'll be next month that we harvest that, which should all go into storage, because soybeans will be beginning of next summer before the best price comes. Right, any traffic, there is a car coming, but we can cut out in front of them easily. All right, should have my beacons on at this point. At least my equipment that I'm using currently is getting washed. Now there's our pallet of fabric. Alright, this should be the sell point right there. Alright, so we're negative 4,000. I hope to be up around 16,000 when we're done. Might be asking too much, but okay, maybe not. I mean, these bales are almost like 60,000 liters per bale. Alright then. I always love being underestimating what you're going to earn. 43,600 and then almost 5,500 from environmental score bonus. Alright, so that's good. That gives me some cash to next month. Of course, we still got to lease the forage harvester and header. But I think right now the Case Magnum I'm going to leave right on down here. You know what? I might as well drive it back, because I got nothing else to do until the rain stops. So I'm going to speed up time. And by the time I get back to the farm, it should be almost noon. And the rain should have come to a stop. And then, well, we can get the T9 New Holland, start drilling some barley in the field that the straw bales were in. And we're going to come on down here and harvest this, by then, dry sorghum. The rain has actually stopped beforehand, so that's nice. Alright, let's see if I can back this in without hitting the windrower. I tend to always clip it somehow. But not today, I guess. Alright, we can turn the beacons off, turn that off. So, the combine should be fully fueled and ready to go. The header is down there. What we do need to do is get a hold of the town and have them block traffic for a moment. So we're going to turn traffic off. Alright, full of fuel. It's looking good. And before we start heading on down to the sorghum field, we are also going to get a worker in the truck to follow us down. That way I don't have to come back and get it later on. Alright, Frank. Let's roll. Should have no problem keeping up with me. That truck can do 52. And our top speed is going to be 26. Excuse me, Twister. Coming on through. I don't think we have anything else to sell today. But it's not going to hurt to check the stock market page just to be sure. Alright, so this is going to take me a few moments to get on down to the sorghum field. This combine says it'll do 26, but looks like 17 is the max I'm going to get out of it. Truck should be right behind us. All I'm going to do for now is we're going to hitch up to the header, detach the back end of the trailer. So going to back up a little bit. Alright, make sure I'm kind of past there. Unfold the header. And we're just going to come on down the field just a little bit. That way I get my truck off the other farmer's field. Whoop. Don't need to be harvesting the road. Alright, we're going to call that good for now. Because I need to get the T9, start drilling the barley in our field. Let's dismiss the worker and turn that off. I'm going to leave the Massey Ferguson right where it is. Where is, just keep tabbing, there we go. Looks like we are pretty much full. I mean 96%, 99%. We're going to call that good enough for me. Let's switch that over to barley, of course. And we'll get ourselves a worker to start drilling that field. And then once we get the worker start drilling, we can tell the town they can open the roads back up to the public. Since it's the only road going on through here, that's kind of important that we get the traffic flowing once again. Oh, I was like, why is the drill unfolding? The drill was unfolding, so I think I went close enough past the other seed, and it was getting ready to try to fill up. Now I need to close that before I get across the road. Do I have the map object hider on this map? Because this sign here... no, I don't have that mod activated. Alright, well, we'll just scooch across here. And while that's unfolding, we'll do a couple things. Traffic, turn that back on. And then wait for the drill to get fully unfolded. before I set up course play here. Let's make sure it only selects the field, our field, which it did. 2 headlands ought to be good. No overlap. And just create field or create course. And then once we get them going, they should be good to go, I would think. I don't think I have any issues with the worker drilling on this field. I don't think they have any problems with the telephone poles. Alright, we need to get back into... Well, that's close enough. We'll run over to the combine. Yeah, before we actually get started, I want to make sure... Let me check the stock market page. Anything... sugar is looking pretty darn good today. 537, so maybe I should be selling that. I mean, it is, I don't want to say it's only $51,000, but it's not that whole bunch of sugar. And nothing else is showing in the dark green, so I think we're good for the month. So maybe I'll hold off on the sugar for a little bit. I mean, it would be nice to get our bank account up a little bit higher, but I don't think it's absolutely necessary to be selling that today. So, of course, once I get done harvesting this field, I'm going to have to check out the crop rotation because wheat and barley are this time of the year. So if that's the crop I'm going to be planting, that's the crop I need to put in. Or should this field be the grass field and the soybean field be whatever crop I want it to be? Because the thing about this is I could make grass in this field and then I can just like stockpile the silage bales down here by the store, which is better off than where the, I mean, the two fields are not that far apart. We can probably see, yeah, I can see the soybean field from here. And I think both fields are going to be roughly the same size. Let's see what we got here for this field here. If I go to farmland, that's 721, and this is, oh, okay, this field is a lot bigger. So, yeah, I'd rather have the smaller field be grass. Only because it'd be a quicker job to do it. Yes, grass into silage makes us a lot of money, so why not go in the bigger field? But when you're doing it 3 times a year, and it seems like you're doing it often enough, so I don't want to be doing it that much. Oh, I saw that forecast change for a second. I'm like, don't tell me rain's back on the way. No, it's just going to be cloudy. So I'm just going to kind of wait before we turn the radio on and get this field done rather quickly. I just want to make sure that our worker planting the barley is not going to get stuck anywhere. They're about halfway around. It's just a matter when they get to that corner where we started. Sometimes they might stop at that telephone pole. For this harvest, we're already 65% full, which is good. Let's see if I can do this while hitting this fence down here. I always seem to hit this fence. I think it's because I don't turn quick enough or something. I mean, obviously I don't turn quick enough. I just wonder why. I know when I do the see and spot weed spraying, when I drill, I always hit the fence. But with a harvester, maybe not as much. So if you're wondering about sorghum, we don't get straw from sorghum, so that's why it's getting chopped. I wonder why you don't get straw from sorghum. Of course, I do realize, yes, there is a mod out there that allows you to get straw just about every crop. And after selling the straw that we just did and seeing that money roll in, that would be nice, but if we don't get straw from sorghum, we're not going to get straw from sorghum. All right, we got a full combine here. And as for having a train of trailers, I don't think I'll be getting that far on this map. I know it's a thing in Australia to have multiple trailers and what have you, but I just feel that it's going to be easier for me to not do that. I don't like articulated trailers having to back up, and if I have tandem trailers trying to back up in areas, it's not going to go over well. And since we do have a trailer that holds 120,000 liters, I really don't think we need anything bigger than that for what we're doing, and we're not traveling too far. I mean, this entire field right here should fit into the trailer, I would think. If not, fitting out in the entire trailer, the combine's going to hold whatever is left. So it's not going to be that big of a deal. Alright, did our worker get around the corner? Well, they're there right now. Alright, so they're looking pretty darn good. So they should have no more issues whatsoever. And now, of course, they're going to go around the power tower. Oh, interesting. You're going to go on that side of it. Yeah, another month before FS22 comes out, and there's a lot of stuff I still want to buy for this map here. It's going to be interesting how far we do get. Alright, so they're good to go. Let me get back over to the harvester, and we will knock off this field rather quickly, and then probably head back over and take over for that worker planting in the barley field. I think we should get this done before they get done with that. Or I probably am going to have to go over and fill it up with fertilizer at least. Probably not seed, but fertilizer, yes. Well, I'm not quite sure what's going on here. But our worker tried to take a detour for some reason. And since I guess I got to come over here and handle this situation, we might as well go back to the farmyard and top off with some, well, definitely fertilizer is what is needed. And then I can get a worker back going. I'm not really sure what next step they were getting ready to do. I think they were getting ready to go up and down the field. Let's see here. No, if I was go to last waypoint, my guess is it was going to be down there. We'll figure it out in just a moment. So I only made it around the headland one more time, just about. And the combine is currently emptying out, which I'm sure is done by now. Yeah, something I could probably use in the future if I want to go through this much fertilizer, even on a field this size, is like an auger wagon, so I can fill that up with fertilizer and come over and fill up our drills without having to come back to the farm. I could have left the drill where it was, but in the predicament that it was in, I guess coming over and just bringing everything back with us is what we need to do. Yeah, if we ever do get the bigger drill setup, that'll probably hold a lot more fertilizer than what this does. I suppose while I'm here, it's not going to hurt to fill up with... I thought you were unfolding. Might as well fill up with some seed. And to get seed, I just need to come right to the edge like this. Alright, I'll back up a little bit. Just to get out of the trigger zone. Get that over to fertilizer. And now I should be able to do that. Perfect. Oh, are you going to start unfolding just because I'm going past the seed pallets? Oh, not that time it didn't. Alright, let's go see if I can figure out where the worker was headed to and get them back on track. That way I can get back to hopefully finish harvesting the sorghum field. Yeah, so I think I said 2 headlands, right? So it looks like they did the 2 headlands. I'm going to get the pieces that were missed here. Alright, we'll get that little tiny piece there. I'm not going to worry about the corners too much. And actually, where the drill missed, I missed with the harvester when I was doing the oats. Alright, so you should have been over here-ish. And I don't see where you were headed. I think I said last waypoint. Oh, show... Oh, yeah. Start at nearest waypoint. Sorry, I wanted it all waypoints. Alright, so what were you getting ready to do? Oh, I see. You're gonna plant the field at an angle. Gotcha. Yeah, definitely gonna be interesting to see in FS25 exactly how the workers are gonna do their thing. All right, so here is where you were going. All right, I'll leave those markers on because I may be back over here to get them squared away. All right, we'll see how they get on. All right, I'm gonna go back down here and get back to doing what I was doing. Well, not quite done with the harvest in the sorghum field, but it looks like Frank, or whoever has taken over control of the New Holland T9 and the air cart and drill, they're blocked by something. You may have noticed in the time lapse as well, I caught them moseying across our neighbor's field for some reason. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on over there. You know, it's hard to find good help these days. Let's get the truck. And this is going to pretty much fill up the truck and trailer for this. I thought it was going to be no problem getting the entire field into the trailer and the combine. And it's going to be kind of close. Going to be kind of close of getting it all in, and I can bring it back to the farm. But really, I'm probably going to leave the combine down here, because if the soybeans are ready in our new field next month, then I can just scoot across the road and harvest our new field of soybeans first. So I'll probably just bring the truck and trailer back down here. And nope, every time this harvest here, the brakes, I don't want to say they're not working, but I'm just too late in the brakes. You're stuck on a tree. And now I got to magically back all this system up. As I said, tandem trailers, dolly systems, whatever you have, if I need to back up, it's not going to work. So let's fold the drill on in. And I guess it didn't happen at a bad time. They're getting kind of low on the fertilizer. All right, I need to, first off, we need to square ourselves up to go around the field like they were trying to do. I mean, they're getting most of the field done. I don't know if you also noticed in that time lapse I got when I was out of the harvester, I was having a look at what crop would have been really good in the sorghum field that we're harvesting, and really nothing. So planting grass in it at this point, not that bad of an idea. And that's what we are going to do at some point this month. I don't know if I'll get a cut of grass this year, because we are in March. So the grass, you know, will be growing in April, and then May, I might get a cut in June. Does the grass technically grow in June? You can see Courseplay wants to go right through this island, so that's no good. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of ignore what Courseplay wants to do. Courseplay is generally good. I don't know why the islands on this map here is having a hard time identifying them once in a while. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. Like this scenario right here, and I'm wondering if they're going to get by on the other side. Okay, we are going to set you off on a worker for the time being, because I know you're not going to get too far. Let me just run down here. Although, when I say run, it's about the best I can go. Why am I getting like weeds, not getting overrun by the drill? I don't know why. Oh, I'm not in the tractor, so I can't see. I can't see what Courseplay is doing. I guess I could do it like this, and if I go, well, you know what? All right, no, I'm clicking on the tractor. It's going to go around that island. At least it says it will. Anywho, let me jump back into here. So it didn't empty out the combine. And it's going to be kind of questionable if I can get the rest of the field in. I think I will. I'm not going completely all the way up and down the field now. It's getting, of course, smaller and smaller the more I go around. But still, this is going to be a good sale of sorghum. It's going to bring in at least 100 grand. I think sorghum goes for $750. Is it $750? It's not going to show me on the stock market page because it's in trailers and such, so it's not going to show up there. Sorghum does go for... Ooh, I thought it was $750. It's actually only $526, so not as good as I thought. So probably more in the general area of like $70,000 we'll get for this Just harvest off this field. Still pretty good. It's not that big of a field for the map that we're on. In general, it's a pretty big field for other maps. But this being one of the smaller type fields in Western Australia. Yeah, I think when the winter comes here and we have our big winter sale going on, we'll try to take care of the loans that we currently have. Hopefully I can repay them all. And then don't be surprised if I take out the max money the bank will allow me so we can expand here even more. The more we expand, the more we'll earn. And there's a good amount of equipment that we do need to get still, along with fields. But if I get another field in the winter, it's going to be also alongside possibly another combine. Although I won't need the combine right away, so I can push that aside. Maybe I'll get like the big Crone M, since this will be a grass field, and by mowing with the big Crone M, and if I get the modded one, where the baler will go on the back, that'll free up a couple of tractors from doing the work. And I can set one worker off in the big Crone M to cut and bale and wrap the field at the same time while we do other things. Alright, so we are just almost 60% full, so I think the rest of the field will fit into the combine. I'll have to come back down, empty it with the grain trailer. Oh, and that's what I was going to look at as well, an auger wagon for loading up the drill. We don't need a big one, since it only holds like 10,000 liters. Yeah, that'll be the best way to keep filling that one up. Yeah, I don't think... Also, the option I could have when I do the winter sale and take out a huge loan, I don't think selling that air cart and drill just to upgrade it to get a bigger one. Of course, being a bigger drill is going to have bigger capacity for seed and fertilizer. I think I want to keep that drill system. Although definitely by selling it, it would help us probably switch things over more. But just think, if I had two air cart systems going, the barley field could be planted, and the field across the road here that's going to be a wheat field could have had an air cart system in that field. But I need another big tractor as well. So a second T9 or maybe a different brand tractor. I know we got a few Aussies that do follow the channel and help me out with some things and the way things are done in Australia. Do you guys have any of the big Bud tractors down there? Maybe we could get a big Bud. I didn't see that on when I was checking out what tractors and equipment for brands was used in Australia. I did not see Big Bud on the list, but they were giving out like the top 5 brands and the top 5 of this and that, so I wouldn't think Big Bud would be on the list. I mean, of course, we can get the John Deere, we can get the Case. Oh, I don't know why I'm... Yeah, I wasn't even thinking, force to have it. Nothing's going to go in there, Peanut. Leave it alone. Alright, and we'll turn off this truck for a moment. Actually, I'll take care of that stuff in between episodes. We need to get this one back up and going. Yeah, so in the store, Okay, we got a tanker. And actually, I own one of those. We don't need anything like that. Auger wagons. Wow, the smallest one costs 76 grand. And I don't need something that holds 33,000 liters. And I got the sugar beet cutter pack in here, which we don't really want. Because I'm not going to get into sugar beet here, but I activated the mod. Oh, what does that do? I mean, I don't need nothing that size anyways. That's too extreme. Yeah, so there's not like a really small auger wagon that will... I mean, they will do it, but I mean, I'm looking for something a lot smaller. I'm trying to remember what I used. Maybe I did use that on Oceanside Forest. I guess I could look on the mod hub and see if there are smaller ones out there. Now let's go ahead, and I think this time I will just drop off the drill. So let's see, we got probably 75% of the field drilled with wheat. So one more trip back and we'll fill up with fertilizer. And yeah, this will get finished up in between episodes. Yeah, so that's twice that the weeds in that part of the field are not disappearing. I'm not too sure why that's happening. But that's okay. So we got plenty more to do here in March. We got a couple, well actually we got 3 fields that we need to finish or drill and finish up. We got the one we're in. We got the wheat field and the field that we're currently harvesting of the sorghum. We're done finishing harvesting. That needs to be drilled with grass. And I'll probably drill the field with grass first because I can go into next month and drill that field with wheat while we're harvesting the soybeans. And that's probably not a bad idea to get the barley field and the wheat field off one cycle or 1 month. Because that way when it comes harvest time, the barley field would be ready. And then the following month, the wheat field would be ready. Well, since I am going here, actually, you know what? Let me go ahead and get that unfolded. And let's get rid of some of these seed pallets that are sitting out here. Clear up some space around the farmyard and clean it up at the same time. These are from the planter when I planted the sugar cane. Kind of hoping it takes all of them, but if it doesn't this time, when I get to planting the other field with grass and then the other field with wheat, we're going to go through the seed enough to get rid of all these pallets. And then the lime, I may end up using that in the sorghum field. Actually, while that's unloading, let me just see if that field... Does that need any soil sampling? Not yet, but it's getting close. So I may go down there and take some samples before I plant the grass in. Alright, so that's all of the seed pallets taken care of. Oh, cool. That just about filled it up, so I'm not going to bother topping that off. I'll get that switched over to fertilizer. And I'm glad I made as much money from selling those straw bales in the beginning of the episode that we did. Because I'm going to be going through a lot of money on fertilizer, getting all these fields planted. Every time now I stop to think of what I would like to do on this farm moving forward, I start thinking of all the equipment I need to buy and how much money it all costs, and starting to wonder, am I going to get it all in the next like 40 days or so. So yeah, 40 days, that's going to be, we'll just say about 5 weeks, 5 to 6 weeks until FS25, 3 episodes a week. So we're talking somewhere between 15 to 18 more episodes. And it's kind of, it's kind of hard to judge because like the first 15, 18 episodes that we started here, we weren't making as much money as we will in the next 15, 18 episodes moving forward, just because we got more land, more productions, more of everything going on. So the money's going to come in a little bit quicker. Yeah, but now when I sit here and think just 15, 18 more episodes before we are on, is it Riverbend? Which is going to be my main series, I guess, when 25 comes out. And Hontori Pantera? Is that the name of the other map? I'm having a hard time remembering the name of the other map. We'll be doing like testing on that map, I think, and really looking at the rice. I mean, we can do rice on the Riverbend map as well. All right, now that I got this all filled up, I think I can put this back on a worker, and that'll allow me a chance to get the sorghum back to the farm and put into the silo. There we go, there's that, and I'll turn you around. And of course, when the worker gets done, I will get the corner pieces that they missed. You go back to working as you do. And then I'm going to jump into here and get the sorghum back to the farm. And then I'll be back down to empty out the combine. So, yeah, next time the combine can just scoot across and get to the soybean field right over there. So this field will be a grass field. And that field across the way will be a wheat field in the month of March, I do hope. But a good amount of work was done here today, and some more money will be made from the crops that we did harvest. Just got to wait a little while for that to happen. But anyways, if you made this far in the video and you like what you saw, don't forget to hit that like button. Helps out the channel and the video more than you know. And while you're down there, might want to hit that subscribe notification bell as well, so you don't miss out on more content like this. But that's going to wrap it up for today. Hope that you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Western Australia. But until then, have a good one. Got to put the tarp over the grain. Don't want it flying out.